What if the reason you feel tired, stuck, or unproductive is not because you're doing too little, but because you're doing too much, without renewing yourself? Most people think success is about constant effort. More work. More grind. More sacrifice. But the truth is, if you never stop to recharge, you slowly lose the ability to perform at your best. And eventually, you burn out. There's a mindset that's widely celebrated today. The idea that if you want to succeed, you must always be working. Wake up early. Stay up late. Keep pushing. Keep grinding. At first, it feels productive. You're moving. You're active. You're doing something. But over time, something starts to change. Your energy drops. Your focus weakens. Your creativity fades. And the same effort that once produced results, begins to produce less. This is the hidden danger of constant grind. Because working more does not always mean achieving more. In fact, without renewal, it often leads to the opposite. You become busy, but not effective. Active, but not productive. Because your mind and body are not designed for endless output. They are designed for cycles. Effort and recovery. Focus and rest. When you ignore that balance, you don't become stronger. You become exhausted. And exhaustion quietly reduces your ability to perform at your highest level. Imagine trying to cut a tree with a dull saw. You push harder. You use more force. You spend more time. But the results don't improve. Why? Because the tool you're using is not sharp. Now imagine stopping for a moment, and sharpening the saw. Suddenly, the same effort produces better results. That's the idea behind this habit. You are the tool. Your mind. Your body. Your emotions. Your focus. And if you don't take time to renew these areas, your effectiveness decreases over time. Sharpening the saw means investing in yourself, so you can perform better in everything you do. To stay effective long-term, you need to renew yourself in 4 key areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Most people focus on just one, usually work, and ignore the rest. But real effectiveness comes from balance. Let's start with the physical. Your body is the foundation of your performance. If your energy is low, everything else suffers. Exercise, rest, and proper nutrition are not luxuries, they are necessities. When your body is strong, your mind becomes sharper. Next is the mental. This is how you think, learn, and grow. If you stop feeding your mind with new ideas, new perspectives, and new knowledge, your thinking becomes limited. Reading, learning, and reflecting keep your mind active and evolving. Then comes the emotional. This is how you connect with others. Your relationships, your communication, your ability to manage stress, all fall into this category. Strong emotional health allows you to handle challenges without breaking down. And finally, the spiritual. This is your sense of purpose. Your values. Your direction in life. Without it, you may be active, but not fulfilled. When all 4 areas are nurtured together, something powerful happens. You don't just perform better. You become more balanced, more focused, and more resilient. If renewal is so important, why do most people ignore it? Because it doesn't feel urgent. Working feels productive. Resting feels like a delay. So people keep pushing. They tell themselves, I'll rest later. I'll take care of myself when things slow down. I just need to push a little more. But later rarely comes. Because there's always more to do. Always another task. Another goal. Another deadline. And over time, this creates a dangerous pattern. You keep giving, without restoring. You keep pushing, without pausing. Until one day, you realize you're exhausted. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. And at that point, performance drops. Motivation fades. Focus disappears. Burnout sets in. The problem is not lack of effort. The problem is lack of renewal. Because without renewal, effort becomes unsustainable. And the cost is high. You lose energy. You lose clarity. You lose consistency. All because you ignored something that didn't feel urgent, but was always important. Renewal doesn't require a complete lifestyle change. It starts with small habits. Simple actions, done consistently, that gradually restore your energy and sharpen your effectiveness. A short walk. A few minutes of reading. A moment of reflection. A meaningful conversation. These may seem small, but over time, they create powerful results. Because consistency compounds. When you invest in yourself daily, even in small ways, you begin to notice a shift. Your energy improves. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your mood stabilizes. And the tasks that once felt heavy, become easier to handle. The mistake most people make is waiting for the perfect time to change everything at once. But real change doesn't happen all at once. It happens gradually. Step by step. Habit by habit. And the key is not intensity. It's consistency. Because the goal is not to push harder for a short period. The goal is to stay effective for the long run. Rest is often misunderstood. People see it as weakness. As laziness. As something you do only when you have nothing else to do. But real rest is not a waste of time. It is a strategy. Because your mind and body need recovery to function at their best. Without rest, your focus declines. Your decision-making weakens. Your creativity fades. You may still be working. But you're not working at your best. And that's the hidden cost. Rest allows your brain to reset. It gives your body time to recover. It restores your ability to think clearly and act effectively. And when you return to your work after proper rest, you perform better. You think faster. You solve problems more easily. You make better decisions. Rest is not the opposite of productivity. It is part of productivity. If you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you slowly become outdated. The world is constantly changing. New ideas. New tools. New opportunities. And the only way to stay relevant is to keep learning. Learning doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as reading a book, listening to a podcast, or studying a new skill. The key is consistency. Because every new idea expands your thinking. Every new perspective sharpens your understanding. And over time, this creates a powerful advantage. You begin to see opportunities others miss. You make better decisions. You adapt faster. And that's what keeps you effective. Your emotional state affects everything you do. How you respond to stress. How you interact with others. How you handle challenges. When your emotional health is strong, you remain calm under pressure. You communicate clearly. You build stronger relationships. But when it's neglected, small problems feel bigger. Conflicts escalate quickly. Stress becomes overwhelming. Emotional renewal comes from connection. Spending time with people who support you. Expressing your thoughts and feelings. Taking time to reflect and process your experiences. These simple actions restore emotional balance. Without purpose, effort becomes empty. You may be busy. You may be working hard. But without direction, you're just moving, not progressing. Purpose gives meaning to your actions. It guides your decisions. It shapes your priorities. It gives you a reason to keep going, even when things get difficult. When you take time to reflect on your values and your goals, you gain clarity. And clarity leads to focus. Most people focus on short-term results. They push hard. They burn out. They slow down. But highly effective people think long-term. They understand that success is not just about how much you can do today. It's about how consistently you can perform over time. And that's where sharpening the saw gives you an advantage. Because when you renew yourself regularly, you don't just maintain performance, you improve it. You stay sharp. You stay focused. You stay effective. And over time, that consistency creates results that others can't sustain. Most people don't fail because they lack effort. They fail because they run out of energy. They push, and push, and push, until there's nothing left to give. But now you understand something different. Backhand index pointing right. You don't become effective by doing more. You become effective by renewing yourself. For the next 7 days, try this. Backhand index pointing right. Spend just 30 minutes a day sharpening your saw. Divide it into 4 simple areas. 1. Physical, 10 minutes. Move your body, walk, stretch, or exercise. 2. Mental, 10 minutes. Read something valuable or learn something new. 3. Emotional, 5 minutes. Connect with someone, talk, reflect, or express gratitude. 4. Purpose, 5 minutes. Pause and think. Backhand index pointing right. Am I moving in the direction I truly want? Don't overcomplicate it. Start small. Stay consistent. Because these small moments of renewal will quietly transform your energy, your focus, and your results. If you're serious about becoming more effective, not just for a moment, but for life, then this channel is for you. Because here, we don't just talk about success. We break down the psychology behind it, and give you practical ways to apply it. Backhand index pointing right. So make sure you subscribe now. And join a community of people who are committed to thinking better, living better, and becoming better every day. Take care of yourself. Because you are your most important asset. I'll see you in the next one.